Hello, everyone. I'm going to tell you about my year last year. The morning was cold and the snow was white, as we had gotten a light dusting the night before. It was a Sunday morning, and we were watching the news, and my mom and I got my brother and decided that we needed to sit down to talk. And I wasn't sure what we were talking about. She didn't really tell me. And before she could talk, she started to cry. The next few words are words that I don't think I'll ever be able to forget. And she looked at us and she said, "Guys, I have cancer." And then came all the questions running through my mind. I was wondering what stage, where, what do they know? Will you be okay? And my mom had gotten a port put in the previous day. And just to elaborate on that a little bit, a port is hooked up to some of your main veins, and it's put in to prevent your veins not only from bursting from all the IVs that they do, but also just because chemo is a really strong drug and you don't want it getting anywhere other than where it needs to be. So she had met with several doctors within the last week before she told us, and thankfully she did have all the answers, which definitely calmed our nerves down a little bit. Her answer was stage 3 breast cancer, and from there, at that point, all we could do was move forward. When you find something out like that, all you can do is be optimistic and positive and hopeful, and changing how you eat or your exercise or how many different people you're around. Your immune system becomes a lot more weak. So, the first night after I found out, um, I asked her if I could sleep with her, just because I get really nervous. And around 1:30, I heard what sounded like shelves falling. And I looked over and I realized, oh no, my mom's not in bed. Where did she go? So I yelled to the bathroom. I said, "Mom, are you okay?" And she did not respond. So I ran into her bathroom and she was laying on the floor. And we later found out that she had passed out from a reaction to her port being put in, which was not all that common, but it definitely could happen. So I ran and got my dad, and we decided to call 911. And an ambulance took her in um, after that. And so we went over there in the morning, and that was the day that she had her first chemo. And because I had the flexibility with online and because I had the time, I decided that I would be the one that would go to all her treatments with her. She had 8 of them total. And from doing that, I was really able to grow as a person. I hated hospitals before that. I'm not good with needles. I'm not good with the smell. And they just made me really nervous. So going in that first day, I was super tired from not sleeping the night before. But I decided that after all that my mom had given to me, that this was a way to give back to her. It tested your strength. It tested everyone's strength in the situation. Seeing her like that was really difficult. But it was the unknowns that was scary. So sitting in a small room for 4 to 8 hours was not ideal. But I decided that I would do that. And from that whole situation, I learned that you have to be really, really grateful for the people. Don't take your mom and dad for granted, or anyone that you live with. Always appreciate those that you have in your life, because things can happen at any point and you always have the unknowns. So, as time went on, it lasted from January to this last summer. My mom had 4 different surgeries and she went through radiation. And today she is cancer free, so that's super exciting. She's doing awesome. So I just thought that this would be something great to tell, because I think it's something that you don't think about until you go through that situation, and it just gives you a completely different outlook on life. So I hope you enjoyed hearing my little story.